What's up, y'all? It's your boy Broadway, and today I didn't want to make this video. That's why. I really didn't want to have to make this video. It saddens me and disappoints me to no end to have to say this about Avatar Legends, the fighting game. Y'all, I got filtered. I got filtered out. I learned something about myself with this game, and it's that you can't like everything, and it's okay to not like everything. So let's go ahead and get into why I refunded Avatar Legends. And I guess like too long didn't watch, too long didn't read. I guess like an ignorant way to look at it is bro, you just suck and you got tired of getting washed and you refunded it. That's a fair way to look at it, but I wouldn't really go into the discussion of, just really my disappointment, because I was really looking forward to this game, and I put 12 hours into it, and I just could not find a groove with this game, man. I couldn't find a groove with it. But before we get into me just kind of, saying my negative piece and why I dropped it. And let me get into. I do actually. It's gonna sound weird. I do like the game. I just can't find my groove with it, man. But my history with Avatar is pretty simple. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender, the first arc of the whole series with Aang, his story. I haven't seen the movie Avatar Aang yet, but I haven't watched Korra. When Korra first came out, it didn't hit for me, so I didn't stick with it. But this game kind of got me watching short certain clips of Zahir, most of his iconic moments and other parts with Korra. But I may have to go back and watch the entirety of Korra, because some of the characters that were in here that are from that show kind of put me on and it made me interested. So, but let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. But my things that I do like about this game, I kind of said this about Tokon as well, but I do like the presentation. If you were to tell me back in the day, we're gonna get an Avatar fighting game, I would have hoped that it would have looked like the show. And by God, the artistic direction is phenomenal. This game looks like it was, drawn and animated by the same people that did the show back in the day. Just damn near a little bit better with some things. Maybe not Ozai and his Frozen sprite non-animations, but I don't really care about that though. The game, it's not as highbrow as Tokon, but it's nice and easy to look at. The menus are very well designed, the UI and everything. It's easy on the eyes. Like I said, the 2D animation in the game is beautiful. The lighting from the bending effects that reflects off the characters and certain elements of the background and elements of the arena that's in the foreground, really cool. The game it looks good, and it adds flavor to it. And even going into the gameplay, the gameplay I'm kind of mixed and match on, because I think it does you hit buttons. It's not as satisfying for me as Tokon is, but you hit buttons, things happen, and you see me here getting washed. I'm the Ozai player. But that's the main thing I really want to settle down on, because that's one of the barriers for me with this game. But it's smooth, but it is fast, and I mean really, really fast. If I can give you an example of the earliest memory I can have of really not enjoying a fighting game online is Mortal Kombat X back in the day. I remember that was before I was really getting into competitive and learning the ins and outs and fundamentals of fighting games, and really kind of getting into the FGC. So I was just really playing fighters with friends on the couch, just hitting buttons, having fun. And I'm not really doing that nowadays. But The Mortal Kombat X. So I remember getting on that, trying to go on that online on that game back in the day, and immediately just getting off because it was like the things people are doing, the speed of which they are doing it at too. It was way too much for my brain to comprehend, and this game has given me like PTSD of that from Mortal Kombat X back in the day. Like I've played MKX nowadays, and I can actually handle that a lot better now going online, just because my fundamentals are a bit better. But I swear, this game, man, this game is it's fast, and the main mechanic that's really going to be your utility for offense, defense, and movement options is something that they've introduced that's exclusive to the game called the flow system. The button inputs, your square, triangle, circle, that's ABC, light, medium, heavy, and then the X is dedicated to the flow. You hold that and down in neutral stance, and you go into flow, and flow pretty much dodges and blocks, not blocks, but dodges every single attack except for throws, I believe. And you get a lot of other defensive options out of that. Like I think if you hold back and the right bumper, like the boost button for Ozai at least, the boost button, they'll do a flow reversal, like a kind of get off me tool. So you got options to get around how fast this game is, but I guess that's where right here we're gonna get into the fact of just where I got filtered out, and that's just the fact that I have to kind of make this comparison with Tokon, because I think a lot of people will hear this opinion of what I'm about to say about Avatar Legends, and they'll be like, "Well, Tokon, that's like just as fast, maybe faster, because of the fact of it's a 4v4. You got tag assist covering unsafe moves and like holding you, putting you in block strings, and this and that and the third." The thing about Tokon is I put about the same amount of time into the Tokon beta as with this game. So this game will put about between 12 to 15 hours into Tokon, the same amount, between about 12 and 15 total for just for the open beta. And during that beta, I was getting washed up until the last night of me playing it. But the difference between Tokon and Avatar Legends is I was still having fun in Tokon. Like in Tokon, I was able to go into the lab for about an hour or two, 3 hours, come up with some basic routes and setups that I could use online, go online, and still make stuff happen, still get washed, but still feel like I was able to see what was happening and be prepared and be able to read a situation, and Avatar Legends, man, I just feel like this game is just go, go, go. You want to talk about buttons? This game is buttons the game. And I don't have a problem with this game, like just kind of launching short-sighted with without a ranked mode, without lobbies, only private lobbies. There's certain things I can work around. I don't need a ranked mode. I don't mind going into casuals and being matched up with someone who's as good as like Sonic Fox, and then match it up with someone who's as bad as me. The problem here is the fact that the game is so quick, and the game doesn't influence this. It doesn't like encourage this at all. But this is a very button mashy game, and you can tell. I don't know how the rank system is going to look and how it's going to work, but let's just say there's like 8 ranks, and just like any other fighting game, this is going to be one of those things where if there's 8 ranks, the first 4 to 5 ranks of like the ranked leaderboard of the ranked league in this game is going to be filled with people doing cheap ass shit and just mashing buttons on wake up, mashing buttons wherever. And especially me, I apparently just have bad luck. Like Mortal Kombat, Quan Chi is one of my favorite characters, and he's the slowest character in that fucking game. And Ozai, I couldn't wait to play Ozai in this game. Of course, this nigga's slow as fuck. The grappler variation, at least, like as I'm a grappler dude, and I didn't try the Sozin, the speed focused. I'm assuming, I don't know if that increases his frames with his normal buttons, but man, like I can tell you one thing. I don't understand the point of having a grappler variation in this game because this game is so quick. If you're fighting, there's going to be moments. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's going to be in this gameplay that I've got right here, but there's going to be moments in the gameplay you'll see where I'm actually winning, doing good, and there were moments when I was playing the game and I was watching other people. But the thing is, I wasn't even enjoying that because there's so many things that I just didn't know how to get around, and even when I was using the defensive mechanics that's given to me, I'm just still getting hopped right back on top of. Like, man, it's just the game for me is just it's just way too quick, and this is just kind of making the comparison back to my experience with Tokon. You know, I could play Tokon and get washed, but it felt like I had a chance and I could somewhat read the situation and be able to react to it and make a different outcome happen. You know, in this game, it's like you gotta be thinking so far ahead so quick. It's just if you're not on that type of time, then that's it. You know, you're dead meat. And you know, I think Diaphone, he kind of said something funny that he was making a tier list for the ease of use of characters in this game, and then there was a certain tier that was called I'm employed and I have a family. And you know, like if you're employed and you have a family, then certain characters you might not want to try to learn because it's going to take a lot of time. And that's the thing, man. I don't mind a game taking a shit ton of time out of me, and I don't mind taking a long time to learn something. The problem is when I'm trying to. This is one of those games where me personally, I don't know about anybody else out there, but I would personally have to get in the lab and practice for hours, and hours and hours on end. And I'm at the point in my life right now that I really don't want to do that. I want to be able to go into the lab for. We back. Sun came in the room real quick, but as I was saying, I just with Mobile Token, I was able to go into the lab for a matter of 2 hours, get some basic things in, and then I was able to go online and be able to hold my own and do well against high skill level players. You know, Avatar, it was like there was no way. Like the skill ceiling, it's one of those things, like it's pretty easy to get into, but it's extremely hard to master. You know, this is how this game is gonna be. But even with me playing, like I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it in the gameplay here, but there were just like you'll see me playing somebody and you can just obviously tell that they're not that good at the game, and you can tell that, you know, I have some type of fundamentals in fighting games. So, you know, if I'm fighting somebody in Avatar Legends that has that same level as me or below, then I'm 9 times out of 10 it's going to be good matches and I'll come out on top. But you know, even then I still wasn't even really having fun because I knew that a match after this I would fight some busted OD Katara player that I'm not able to do anything against because their understanding of the game is just leaps and bounds above mine, and I just don't have the time to try to react or think about to do anything. And that's this type of game, man. It's not the type of time I'm on. You know, a lot of people were giving shit to Sonic Fox and shitting on him for being like, you know, he's gonna drop Token because he don't like it. He's not a fan of it, and that's fine. You know, you don't have to. This is what this game taught me. You know, I was talking to my son's mom earlier today when I was taking her to work. And I was like, you know, there's like 6 or 7 fighting games all out at the same exact time right now. Like at least like new, like recent releases. Like we have Street Fighter 6, we got Tekken 8, we got Mortal Kombat 1, we got Avatar Legends, Mobile Token is about to drop. We got Invincible Versus, and we got Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. It's 7 games, and I want to try like all of them because I just love fighters. And especially with Avatar Legends because I love the IP so much. And I'm hoping that the same thing doesn't happen with Invincible Versus, because that's like my favorite superhero media that's out right now in the modern day in 2026. And so I'm really hoping that Invincible Versus doesn't like let me down like Avatar Legends does. Part of me doesn't think it will, because it kind of looks like it's got the same, it's moving on the same type of time that Tokon is. So that's exciting for me. Yeah. I'll put like a little screenshot up here just so you can see. But I refunded the game last night, and I spent the money that I got back from it on Doom: The Dark Ages Premium Edition. They've got it on sale on Sony store right now. That game is like $100, the Premium Edition, to get like the DLC and everything, and they have it on sale for like $33, like the same price pretty much as Avatar Legends. And so yeah, I got that refund back, and I bought that because I haven't beat Dark Ages. I haven't played Dark Ages yet, and I figured, fuck, the DLC dropped, and I can get the full game and the DLC for $33. We'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it, man. I got filtered, and that's okay, you know. And if there's anybody else out there that found themselves in the same boat, that's like, man, I really want to like this game, and like maybe don't find yourself like me when you're trying to sit yourself down to have sessions playing the game, and if you're just not having a good time, if you're not having fun, that's the main thing. Like, you want to have fun. Don't stick with the game just because it has an IP, like a franchise that you love from your childhood. You know, I was ready to do that, but I really had to think about it, man. Like, I could not find a groove. And I do like the mechanics that it provides for you. I like the characters, I like the way it feels, but it's just too quick, and you know, a bit too button mashy. Even though, like I said, it doesn't encourage button mashiness. It's just, that's just what people are going to do, and you got mechanics to get around it. But like I said, man, this game is just not for me. Maybe one day when, you know, I'm not sitting here having to worry about working so much and providing for my son, and I'm also a caretaker as well. So maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, if the game is still, you know, getting some support, I'll jump back in and try to find the time to really dig into it. But as of right now, in, you know, August of 2026, it's lost your boy Broadway. I gotta be real, it has. But yeah, guys. As for the commentary, I'm gonna end it off right there. I'll just kind of let this match finish out and then let the video end for you. But let me know down in the comments if you're in the same boat. Were you guys looking forward to this game, and did it disappoint you in a way where you're just not able to find your groove with it, like I wasn't able to? And you know, do you like it? You know, I think one thing I really want to stress, because a lot of people do this, is to not base your opinion off of YouTubers. You know, when I come up here talking about the negatives and why I dropped the game, that is not me saying that you guys should drop it if you're enjoying it. You know, if you're having fun with it, even if maybe you suck and maybe you're worse than me, but you're still able to find enjoyment in it, I'm glad, brother. I'm glad. But, you know, I don't mind losing all the time, but I still gotta be having fun while I'm doing it. And I just wasn't feeling the fun factor even when I was doing cool shit. So yeah, guys, it's been your boy Broadway. Be safe, keep pace, and have faith out there. Subscribe. If you like gaming commentaries, if you like analysis videos, reviews, we do that over here on the channel. I'm trying to get back into posting more often, not daily, but maybe if not once a day, then at least once every 2 days or so. I don't want it to be like weekly, like I've been doing it as of often, but you know, life happens. But yeah, if you guys subscribe, it's been your boy Broadway, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.